Hey there my dudes, I'm Laddie and welcome to another video. And in this video we're going to be laughing at cis people. Okay, so I understand, yes, hashtag not all cis people are bad, but sometimes there's just stuff that cis people say and you're just there like, why are you saying this to me? Especially stuff cis people say to trans people. I have a whole entire list. In fact, there's actually too many to fit into this video, so I will only have to include some of them. But let me know in the comments down below some of the weird things cis people have said to you, and I might even make a part 2 video because there is genuinely so much stuff to react to. So let's get into the video. So to start this video, I'm going to go away, I'm going to do some makeup. As you guys know, that I like to basically put makeup on for these scenarios. I might as well dress up. It's not like we have any opportunity to dress up nowadays anyway. But I will be back with you and a full face of makeup in a minute. Okay, so it is well known that in interviews, people who speak to trans people in interviews aren't exactly the best.
You still, your private parts are different now, aren't they?
I don't want to talk about it because it's really personal, and I don't know. I'd rather talk about my modeling stuff.
Why would people say that? How does someone who's trained to be an interviewer just have absolutely no clue of boundaries? It's unbelievable. Anyway, I asked you guys on Instagram what you thought of the kind of things cis people say and what they mean to you, and let's have a look. So I asked you guys on Instagram to tell me some of the weird things cis people have said to you and what you think that means, like when you translate it in your head, and there's some really good ones and I've heard almost all of these. This person says, wow, I'm a cis guy and he looks more masked than me. It feels like a backhanded compliment. The amount of times I've said, like, especially since building muscle, being like, oh yeah, I'm a cis guy and even I don't have this type of like male body shape. I'm like, okay, I'll take it as a compliment. It's nice, but I don't know why you have to add the cis or the trans part in. You could just say, oh, you're looking muscular, like it doesn't need to be included. And then there's also the one of, oh, I never thought you were insert birth sex here. I'm like, people have said to me in the past, oh, I never thought you're a female, or oh, I never thought you're a woman. I'm like, you know, I understand you mean that I was a female or that I was born a female. Fair enough, good to know. Okay. Oh, and when people say like, so are you like a lesbian? People have said this to me before. They said, oh, so are you and your girlfriend, at the time I had a girlfriend, and they were like, are you and your girlfriend technically like lesbians then? Because like you both do this. And I'm like, no, there's a dude and a woman in a relationship. Obviously a lot of them don't see me because of my biological body, don't see me as being a dude in a relationship. So it's odd stuff. And often people will say, how do you have sex? And I'm like, or they'll be like, so how do you do it? Like, what do you do? And I'll be like, imagine going up to just a cis person. If someone went up to another cis person, like, so how do you have sex? They'd think the person was an absolute weirdo. But for some reason, because it's up to trans people, it's totally fine. Everyone do it. You look so insert gender here. So some people have said like, when I'm dressing up in makeup, this is like a while back before I like had more facial hair and stuff, they were like, oh, you look so much like a woman when you like dress this particular way and you look so much like a cis man when you don't. And I'm just like, does it matter? Can we stop gendering everything? So there's this one, people who try too hard offending a trans person and end up offending anyway. Yes, I've had this happen a lot to me, where there's someone, I understand they're probably just trying to be nice, but there's some people that are just trying to be too nice, and they come up to you and they're like, oh yeah, I've known plenty of trans people, like I'm so proud of you. There are so many people that say to me, because they're trying to be extra nice to me, they'll be like, I'm so proud of you, like it's so amazing, you're just being your true self. I'm like, please stop. Obviously they're doing it in a nicer way than some other people are, but it is still a form of, you know, they're treating you differently in a conversation based on who you are, like as in that you're trans. And this happens in loads of different cases of like different discrimination. Some people call it positive discrimination, but it kind of makes you feel awkward, so I wouldn't really call it positive, you know. Aaron says, when I explained dysphoria to my mum, she told me seeing me as a man gave her dysphoria. Oh, I hate it when family members make it about themselves. Like my mum and some of my family members, did the same, where they were just like, oh, you're doing this to rebel and you're doing this to make life harder for us, or seeing you this way makes me feel uncomfortable because I miss the old you. And it's like, it's nothing to do with you. What? I don't even know. I mean, there's not much I have to say about all of these, like, because they're just stupid at the end of the day. We can just have a laugh about them. When people ask, what was your previous name? That is... So people ask, right, I don't mind if someone says, look, I understand this is the hard thing, but I'm just curious. Would you please tell me your previous name? You don't have to at all, you know, it's fine. If they're a bit more apologetic about it or a bit more understanding with it, whereas there's some people be like, so what was your previous name? And they're so demanding and so like, oh, they're just plain ignorant because they're like, oh, well, I deserve to know this about you. You don't deserve to know anything. And it's the same as when Cis-People will say like, oh, so have you finished your surgery? Like, or have you gone through, have you completed your transition? What they're really trying to say when they say that is, do you have her? And I'm like, it's none of your business. You don't need to know my medical history, my, you know, name history. Like, you don't need to know that stuff. Can we just have a conversation? And maybe when I know you better, I can tell you about these things. The amount of times, like, people will pop up on Tinder and be like, literally, I've got some screenshots here of Tinder, and it's absolutely ridiculous, half of the stuff that I hear on this app. I just can't stand it. I get someone texting me on Tinder being like, you born a girl? Yes. And I'm like, what? Yeah, technically, but I don't understand what that's going to help you decide, I guess, whether you want to speak to me. Like, you could have said it in a much nicer way. Also, if you just read my profile, like, it says that I'm a trans man. Google exists. Google it. Someone popped up to me and they said, I thought I was trans at one point, lived as a woman for a year. Or they'll say, oh, I've got loads of like friends that are trans and like, you know, I like to dress up too as well. And I'll be like, what does that have anything, like, okay, cool, like, cool. Why are you coming up to me and being like, oh, I know someone that's also trans? It's like, see, I would like to explain why it's stupid, but it's so stupid I can't explain why it's stupid, you know what I mean? It just should be common sense not to say these weird things. But, you know, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna have to continue this tomorrow because my housemates are downstairs drinking without me and I'm having FOMO, so I am going to end this part of the video and get into some reactions. Okay, I'm gonna go get drunk. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy me with no makeup and the reaction. Hey everyone, ignore how I actually look dead as hell. I'm basically hungover. Basically, about 2 seconds after I finished filming that video last night, I was going to finish the video and do my outro and say some more things, and I'm going to tell you the funniest story, which says so much about me as a person. I finished all my makeup, I did the whole look, you guys saw it, and then I was finishing up my look. I just sprayed my face with the e.l.f. spray. It was looking fabulous, if I don't say so myself. And then I go to put some body spray on my body and I don't realise that the nozzle part is facing the wrong way, as in it's facing up a little bit and not towards my body. And so I directly spray body spray into one of my eyes. Worst pain in my life. I genuinely, whatever Hollister body spray are doing, they should be manufacturing mace, not body spray. And so it was, yeah, it just felt just unbelievable burning. Went into the bathroom, I was like trying to salvage my makeup, like, oh no, I'm crying so much. And then after I get myself to slightly stop crying, it's still burning, I go back into the room here. I then go, oh, well, I guess I still haven't sprayed my body with body spray, so I might as well just spray it now. And I go to spray my other, like, armpit, like, chest area with, like, body spray. And because I can't see through this eye, I yet again face the nozzle the wrong way and spray body spray into my other eye. So both of my eyes and then burning and tearing up, and I literally had to take my makeup off because like my eyes were burning so much, it was so painful, and I'm such an idiot, it's the dumbest thing I've ever done. And I went downstairs and told my housemates, like, I'll be down with you guys in a minute. I've just literally pepper sprayed myself in my face practically. And I run back up the stairs and I fell over and nearly chinned myself on the stairs. That is the level of clumsy I am. Yet all of that is not as painful as the texts and videos I'm about to react to. I mean, I'm gonna put this text up on Tinder on the screen. Do you know how many times a day or even like a week, gosh, I don't know how many times a week it is, I get this message from people? It's like, just don't speak to me. Like, just leave me alone if you're going to message me that. Like, why do people, it's so odd. One thing as well I wanted to react to is Oreo Cookie, their Twitter account just sent out tweets saying trans people exist. Yeah, I think I exist. Maybe I'm like an ethereal god type person. Who knows? These could all be possibilities. But you know, Oreo says trans people exist. I'd call that the basis of human rights, allowing someone to actually exist. But you know, go Oreo for recognizing we exist. Delicious cookies though. Is Oreo a cookie or a biscuit? And then the cis people in the comments are just not like, it's such a basic tweet, trans people exist, and then this person says yes they exist, but the truth is there are two genders only. That is the truth. I can say I'm a unicorn, but the truth is I'm a man. I genuinely cannot fathom why they care about going on about this whole two genders thing. It's been just like, it's not affecting them if someone doesn't obey the like two genders rule that, you know, everyone else has made up. So yeah, Oreo Cookie says trans people exist. And Lisa responds, why even take a political stance on this? This is why America is so divided. Even cookies have to be divisive. I guess she answered my question if they're cookies or biscuits, but what do you mean, why even take a political stance on this? It's saying trans people exist, isn't it? A political stance. I'm so like, eh. And you know what makes me even sadder in this particular one? Lisa has like one of those checkmark things, which I basically think means that she's, you know, she's verified on, so she must have like, and look at all the likes she's got on her. All the likes she's getting just makes me lose faith in humanity and the cis people. I know you're not all bad though, so. And then someone responds, how the fuck is trans people existing a political stance? Please enlighten me, Lisa. Oh my god. How is it political? It's just a fact trans people exist, full stop. Yeah, why is it political? I don't understand. Like, for example, I once started chatting about like, oh, I'm trans on a Tinder message, and this guy said, oh, let's not get political. I was like, what? Then my existence is political? Like, what? It's so dumb. Anyway, let's move on. Obviously, I want to mention at the end of this video here, I mean, almost all of my friends are cis, like, you know, people who I'm very close with in my life, like my best friend and like my friends up here at uni, they're all cis people, so like, you know, I've got nothing against cis people, as I'm sure some cis people are going to comment down below and be like, you're just a cis here. I'm most certainly not. I just feel like it's sometimes funny to like put into a video all of the stuff, and this isn't just all of it. I get so many more weird things every single day. People say, like, it's very tiring, to be fair. I could do a whole other video on just the comments I get on my YouTube. This was just other social media stuff. And I do want to say, obviously, there are plenty of cis people who are saying the right kind of thing. You know, I have friends that are very much, you know, aware and very understanding, and they recognize the different struggles that go on and the sensitivities that you need to apply to the situation when just chatting to a trans person, and also just making them feel like a normal person, like you're not, you know, treating them differently because they are trans. This applies to so many different things, and I think it's an important discussion. This applies to like race issues with like racism, and, you know, sexism, homophobia, and obviously the transphobia part of it, where people are often treating people differently based on things that they cannot change about themselves and they shouldn't have to change about themselves. And it is an important discussion to bring up, which is why I wanted to make this video, and we can just have a laugh, like, at the things that people are saying, and any, you know, cis people who are following me, and also, you know, the trans people following me, we can both laugh together at some of the stupid things some cis people say, because why not? I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I haven't been making too many videos. I'm generally swamped with uni. As soon as this is done, I'm gonna make myself some food and get back into writing this fat project I've got due. So because of all the work, I haven't really been posting much, but still let me know in the comments down below what kind of videos you'd like me to make. Please like, comment and subscribe, click that notification bell, because I will be trying to make more videos soon, and I will see you guys in the future. Bye bye. Subscribe. It'll be here somewhere. Yeah.